What's up, Gemini? I just finished the Taurus reading and it was beautiful. So if you have Taurus in your chart, check it out. But and I did more of like an extended reading for Taurus because it's their birthday. So I'm gonna do your reading now. So if you're like, hey, what the hell? They got more cards. That's why, because it's their birthday month or birthday season. So anyway, I already shuffled the cards and I prayed over them, and we're going to get into it. So let's see what's happening in the month of May for you guys. What's going on for the Emperor? It wanted to come out, so I'm just going to take it out. So the Emperor, right? What else? What else do we have going on for the month of May? We're going to do it, try to do it, you know, a little bit more, less complex than usual. A little bit more easier to follow, right? So we're going to do it this way. Okay. I'm going to do week by week, and then go in from there. And it doesn't have to be week by week, but I'm just going to do it this way. Okay. It's crazy because you kind of have similar cards to Taurus. I don't know if you're dealing with a Taurus or friends with a Taurus or your boss is a Taurus, but you might want to really watch it. Okay. King of Wands, overall energy. Okay. And then I'm going to pull some Rider-Waite Tarot Universal deck for clarifiers and to see if I get more of the story. So May 1st is today. Today is May 1st. Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Emperor. Yeah, so we'll go, I'm going to try to do it week by week, and but like I said, it doesn't have to be that way, but this is the way I'm doing it, so. Alright, so why is Page of Pentacles in reverse? Why is this here for Geminis? I think we just had we just had something in Gemini. Didn't we just have like a, I know the full moon was in Scorpio, but we just had something in Gemini. I think it was Venus. I think Venus was in Gemini. I don't know, something was going on. I don't know the transits, but Gemini, you guys got a lot going on this month. As far as emotions goes, I can see that for sure. I don't know if it's tied into money yet, but we'll see. This is a general read. What's going on with our Geminis for May? Magician. Okay. And oh, shoot. Five of Pentacles. Overall energy for that deck. And then let me just... Cards already messed up. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to clarify the Emperor and the Page of Pentacles for the first week of May. Why is the Emperor here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse for the first week of May? You know, let me lower this music real quick. It's kind of distracting me. Okay, that's better. Alright, so why is the... Okay. So why is the Emperor here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse? Why is the Emperor here? Page of Pentacles in reverse. What's going on? First week of May. Doesn't want to say. Interesting. I don't know. I just get a sense of growth for you guys. I really do. Okay. She really wants to come out, so I'm going to take her out. But we're going to get one more. Can I get another clarifier for the first week? All right. Okay. So, have, you know what? I can't focus. I'm staring at these cards so much that I need to do the overall energy first. Five of Pentacles with the King of Wands. So it seems as if for the month of May, or even coming into out of April into May, there's an energy of a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be you, but it's also with an energy of feeling left out in the cold. So, because the Five of Pentacles is here. So you have the Five of Pentacles with the King of Wands. So, do you remember, or do you know that song? It's a country song. Who sings it? I'm not good with country artists, but I'm not as good as I once was, half as good as I ever was, or something like that. I feel the overall energy you have is I'm feeling like I'm not as good as I once was, or someone is making you feel that way. It's like you don't necessarily impose that on yourself, but somebody else is making you feel like you're not as good as you once was. Does that make sense? So almost someone's making you feel like, you know, left out in the cold, or somebody of a fire sign left you out in the cold. Who is a fire sign left you out in the cold, kind of like just cut you off cold turkey in that way. So it could mean, you know, that, like I said, the fire sign leaving you out in the cold, or you feeling like you're not as good as you used to be. That's the energy that I get here. And I honestly do think that it's kind of like past residual energy. Like you have a tendency to kind of like lack that, not self-confidence, because I feel Geminis are very confident. I just feel like that duality that you have. I feel like it can go either way, you know, and it's like kind of like still kind of at the forefront of your mind. I just feel like you feel like you're not as good as you once were. Maybe you're kind of like reminiscing about the past, but let's clarify this just in case. Why is the King of Wands here with the Five of Pentacles? Why is the King of Wands here with the Five of Pentacles? I'm going to take these. There's two that fell out here. The Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles energy here. Definitely feeling like it's with your finances, but I feel like it's an overall like productivity energy. Like, and you could be dealing with an earth sign also, like something's not working. Something's not working. It could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but also don't get caught up on the signs, because it could just mean that, you know, you aren't as you're not feeling as productive as you used to be, you know? I feel like maybe you're having a hard time with keeping up with the Joneses. You know, you see everybody else kind of like getting what they, you know, getting their accolades and getting their whatever dream homes and everything like that, and you're kind of feeling like, well, what about me? I'm passionate, I'm hardworking, like how come this isn't happening for me, you know? So, and it's not like you're not putting the effort forth, because you are, but I feel like mentally speaking, you kind of like feeling like left out, you know? Does that make sense to you guys? So that's the overall energy here. So let's get back to the reading. Okay, so the Emperor here. So that was, and I honestly do feel like it could just be more of a past residual energy from April, because I do see kind of a mixed bag here. For the first week, I see, you know, you're kind of like getting your groove back. You're the Emperor, or you're dealing with an Emperor, but I feel like you could be the Emperor here. I feel like you kind of have things under control. You're kind of like getting that confidence again. So back to that duality, like now you're on the flip side of things, where you're like the strong, confident Gemini, where you feel in control, you feel like you can lead, you feel authoritative, you feel stern, and oops, this was in the reverse. But just there's something still kind of lacking here, and I don't know if you're feeling kind of like it's because of your money, but I don't know. I just keep hearing like something didn't go through, like a deal didn't go through for the first week of May, or it's not going to go through the way that you wanted it to. It can be with work, and it can also be with a relationship. Like something's not quite there. Something was kind of like not planned well, you know. I'm just getting like you could be still feeling like, okay, so this is, I know I said you're going back to that confidence, but I do feel like you struggle back and forth with that confidence level of succeeding. I feel like you kind of have an insecurity in like for your ability to succeed. Like, you know you can do it, but you're not secure with yourself in that aspect. So I feel like this has really plagued you for the first week of May, like just your ability to feel confident in succeeding. I just feel like it's a confidence level here. Like you're just insecure about it. You're insecure about your securities, insecure about your financial state, and insecure about your stability, financial stability, and financial freedom. I feel like that's just really plaguing on you through the first week of May. But on the flip side of things, you're okay still. Now that she's here, you know, it could be he or she, but now that the Nine of Pentacles is here, and it's after the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, so you're feeling some sort of way, like some sort of loss. You can't, you know, you could have suffered a loss in finances, or you might just, you know, a loss in finances, but I feel like it's tied to, a relationship. I don't know why, I just do, because, you know, this is a card about being independent. So maybe you're having like residual energy and residual past feelings of, because the way things went, like you're kind of like insecure about the way things will go. You know, like you feel like you've lost stuff already, and that you are insecure about your own ability to succeed, but that's in your own head. But at the same time, you, like, this is like mental, you know, like in the 4 or 5D, whatever. And this is actuality. Like, this is like 3D to me. Like, you're, like, it's all in your head. Like, you're just caught up in your head with your own insecurities. But in actuality, you have the potential to succeed on your own. You know, like, you can succeed on your own. And you'll be okay. You'll be abundant, you know, and you'll be fine. That's strange. I just, like, my brain hurts going back and forth, and I think yours does too, because you're like, well, if I do it this way, no, I don't want to do it. Well, if I did it that way, no, I can't do it that way. And it's just like, shut the F up. Just, you know what you're capable of. You can do it. It's like, you can do it. You can do it. Don't let your, like, you know, insecurities and your, just your doubts get in the way of things. Like, tell your mind to shut up for a minute so you can allow you to move forward and do what you need to do. Second week here, we have the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Swords in reverse. So, I don't even know. Like, let's clarify this, because this is strange. It's like you're crying over spilled milk and crying over the past of what was, but you're not seeing the future as to what will be. But it's clarified by the 7 of Swords in reverse. So I don't know if someone is taking advantage of you financially and you're feeling it. But, you know, because they always say, you know, this in reverse is kind of like that settling the score card. But you were, like, someone's trying to settle the score with you, but you're, like, the victim here, you know? I don't know. I just feel like you were realizing that somebody was either using you, or, and it could be with work, it doesn't have to be relationship. I'm really guessing this is geared towards money. Either, you know, a partner, or like a business partner, or a partner, life partner. I just feel like there's been some sort of like like energy as far as like, oh shit, like they used my ass. Like what was I thinking, you know? But let's clarify it. Geez, the Sun card in reverse, and you have it here too. I think what's happening here is that because this energy of like you reap what you sow kind of happened, like, okay, like you accepted it, and now you're gonna move, now you're gonna come out of that. So like you're really coming out of that, because it's like, it's so weird. It's like, you know, the first week it's like, oh, you know, I like, say the first 2 days, I feel like shit. I feel like I can't get anything accomplished. I feel like I can't do nothing. And then towards the end of the week, you're like, dang, like I can do whatever I want. Like I'm this, I'm that. Like I'm a boss bee, you know. Like I can do this. And then second week of May, and you're like, I don't know. I've just been used in the past. I don't know if I can do this. You know, I'm just, you know, it's all mental here. And then towards the end of that week, you're like, no, you know what? I'm coming out of it. Like, I'm not going to be depressed about it. I'm not going to be sad about it. Like, I can do this. I'm not going to let it affect me. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Okay, now bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm getting something. I'm getting like, I don't know why, but now that I like kind of look at it, and I kind of heard something in my head, but I'm kind of afraid to say it. I'm getting narcissism. I feel like you are dealing with somebody, or I mean, hey, this could even be you and you're not even realizing it and you don't mean to, but I feel like you're dealing with a narcissistic behavior, because this is like not necessarily feeling sorry for yourself, but it's like needing to settle the score with somebody who did you wrong, or somebody needing to settle the score with you because they felt like you've done them wrong. But it's not like, there's no real merit there. I mean, there could be, but what this is telling me is that, again, it's in your own head, or it's in their own head because of this narcissistic behavior, this narcissism. It's like they're not fully aware of it, and they don't even realize what they're doing or what they're saying. And that goes back to like the using here. I don't think they realize that they're using you, or you know what I mean? Or maybe you don't realize that you're using them. I know this is like totally off the cuff and totally weird, but this is what I'm feeling. Like my brain hurts, you guys. Like it's putting me in this energy, and it's just like I'm back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like it's kind of, you know, I kind of don't want to get too deep into it because it's weird. Like it's weird. So second week, definitely dealing with some sort of narcissistic behavior here. Either this is you or somebody else. Let me just see if I can get another clarifier. Why is the Sun here in reverse with the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Five of Cups? Why is this here? Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so it's a lot. This is mental. This is like not real. In your thoughts, in your head, it might be real, or in their thoughts, in their mind, it might be real, but it's not. It's all like caused by their own like anxieties and their own depression in their own ways. I know this like totally jumped from like your own insecurity about finances to like, boom, this is like a mental health issue. I'm sorry, but this is what I'm getting. And I don't know how this happened. I think what's happening is, and I'm not saying this is you, it could be somebody that you're dealing with, but the reason why it's like you're so back and forth is because, you know, with finances and like you've been working hard, and it's just like you feel like you're not getting anywhere with this person or with this job. And it could just be, you know, something's not right here. But the good news is this is getting out of that mental anguish. This is like, when this card appears, it's coming out of that mental anguish, coming out of that mental prison, coming out of that mental anxiety, you know? So I think, again, in the beginning of the week, you're going to feel like, shit, I'm dealing with this narcissism again. But then towards the end of the week, you're out of it. Again, with the back and forth, like the Two of Pentacles, the back and forth. This is very strange reading for me. And there's no judgment here, you know, like I love everybody just the same. So, I mean, if this is something that, you know, you need to talk to somebody about, then talk to somebody about them. Talk to somebody about it, you know, like a professional. But, I mean, I see a therapist. I'm not, I see a therapist. I see a mental I see a healer, my spiritual healer. There's nothing, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I think everybody can use a little bit of therapy once in a while. But if this isn't you, this is somebody that you're dealing with who has this narcissistic tendencies and behavior. Page of Pentacles in reverse here with the Sun in reverse. Again, Page of Pentacles came out reversed twice. With the Sun, again, the Sun came out reversed twice. This is a strong message here. Okay, so what I'm getting here is the reason why there is the self-doubt and these insecurities about like moving forward in a job or in a relationship. I think you or the other person is realizing it's because of the mental issues here. It could be depression. It doesn't have to be narcissism. It could be depression. It could be anxiety. You know, it could just be that. It doesn't have to be, you know, narcissism exactly, but that's what I heard. So that's why I thought of that. But that could be why, like, you feel like you can't move forward or you can't succeed, is because, like, your depression gets in the way of things in relationships, jobs, and whatnot. But let me clarify that. And, you know, it's strange because, you know, May is beautiful. I mean, it should be the time where you should feel happy because the sun is coming out, you know? Five of Cups again in the reverse, King of Cups in the upright, the Tower in the reverse. So this is, maybe the past has gotten down, you know, over, you know, job and love. But it's like the Tower in the reverse is saying, you know, don't be afraid of these changes. You know, don't let it get you down to the point where, like, you don't want to see the light of day. Like, keep going. Keep going, because this is saying that whatever happened had to happen. And look, you, I can't show you, but I'll bring it out here. Look, that was underneath the Five of Pentacles. So the Tower in reverse, again, it's almost as if, like, you know, like, there's the disasters, like, you're waiting for the disaster to happen, because it's like an inevitable, like, disaster waiting to happen, and, like, you feel like you're just kind of surviving just to get through it. Like, you feel kind of like like it's out of your hands, out of your control type of feeling. But what I feel is, it's like, you know, it's not your fault. Like, this had to happen the way it did because for whatever reason. But don't let it stifle you in your day-to-day. Like, keep going, you know, keep getting out of bed every day. There's so much beauty in life. You know, I'll try to talk about it without getting emotional, but, you know, I had that moment, you know, in the summertime, and I, honest to God, thought, like, I wasn't going to make it through, but I did. And one thing that I, you know, luckily remembered was there's beauty in everything, you know, in every little part of life, there's beauty. And if you just stop to look around and see it, stop to get out of bed, push yourself, you know, like, refuse to be defeated by anything. Refuse it. You know, if you have to pray hard. You know, I had to. I've had to do so much. You know, I've done so much work. I've went to therapy. I've, went to the healers. I've been doing meditations. I've been on hikings. I've been, doing, diets and everything, like trying the best that I can, because normally, like in my history, I didn't know what depression was. I didn't know what depression is, and I've never been depressed before up until this past summer. That's when I first had my taste of depression, and I couldn't handle it, I had to seek help, because I was like, this isn't me. I'm normally a happy-go-lucky person. I've experienced some things this past year that, put me in that vibration and in that defeated mode, but I got out of it. I fucking fought, to get out of it. And I think you need to do the same. Honest to God, I do think you need to fight for it, because like I said, there's so much beauty. And that's why I started this Charming Life, because the beauty of Mother Earth, the beauty of just the small things, and the beauty of music, like even just going outside and when it rains and you see a rainbow, like all of that, like, is a reminder of how beautiful life is. And we need to get out of our own heads and be present and live life to the fullest, because every day we wake up is a gift, just to breathe. Don't let whatever, your brain is saying to you be the be all end all. It's not always the case. So if this isn't you, if this is somebody that you're dealing with, then this is what they're going through, Okay, so last week of May. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Magician. Okay, so you're getting help. You're taking control, or they're getting help, taking control back and manifesting. Whatever they've learned, whatever they've, learned along the way, they're going to use. And this is beautiful. This is the happy ending. This is letting go of that fear, letting go of that depression, letting go. It's almost as if like your depression is your safety blanket, or if it's their safety blanket. Do you understand? But I feel like letting go and stripping yourself of that, and stripping themselves of that, it's letting them become stronger than ever and manifesting a new way of things for them. Let's see. Okay. This is beautiful. So getting out of bed, getting the help, realizing that, yeah, you know what, like life is magical if I'm open to receiving it, like if I can just see it, yes, it's there. I'm magic. Like that's what you're saying, like, or they're saying, I'm magic. Last week of May is going to be incredible. It's going to be a turning point, where you or they will be happy, and they'll see the love that life has to offer. Even if it's a small offer, it's there. At the end of the day, there's love there, and there is the light at the end of the tunnel. So hang in there. Like, this change is going to be beautiful, and you're going to see. It's going to be great. I want to throw something else out there for you. Let me get one more card. Why is this Knight of Cups here? Okay, so not generally speaking, this is stuck in the past, but I feel like all the things that you've learned from your past and all the things that put you through hell made you stronger, made you better. And I honestly do feel like there is going to be a love situation that's going to help stabilize you and make you feel better at the end of the month. Either way, don't give up. Like, keep going. And if this is somebody you're dealing with, tell them, like, keep going. There's so much beauty to life. And just because you don't see it right now doesn't mean that it's not going to be there, It's like, I don't know how to say it, but there's so much beauty and magic in life, and you just have to literally fight those demons and fight those thoughts, like, to get out of it. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't serve me. Get away. Get out of me. It's like, get out of me. And once you do let go of all of that, it's incredible the way things can change. It really is. So I think May is going to be a huge turning point for you guys and whoever you're dealing with, and you're going to see it. You're going to see the miracles happen, okay? So, like I said, if this is you and you have some depression issues, don't seek counsel from a tarot reader. Like, yeah, you can seek advice, but go to a professional. Like, go see a professional therapist. They can help you out of this. And if that doesn't help, then go to, somebody who you feel comfortable talking to. This is not the end all be all. Trust me, there's so much more beauty out there. There really is. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Trust me. Talk to somebody. That's the best thing, And if this is somebody you're dealing with, just keep an eye on your friend, Keep an eye on them. And help them if you can. And if not, then get help for them. But don't let this be the end-all, be-all, okay? Because at the end of the day, this comes along, and you don't want to miss out on that, right? You don't want to miss out on this knight in shining armor or a princess in shining armor. You don't want to miss out on that, trust me. There's so much beauty coming to you, okay? I love you guys.